Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. We about to wrap up this book. We about to close out on Maat appendix number 5, aka the summary of Maat philosophy. I'm going to break it down for you, hopefully give you a little better understanding as we exit the book. So, let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. You know what we do. Let's go. Right thinking mission. Yeah, I'm on it. Another book. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Give me all the tools you need to put you together so you can be the best you can be and know thyself like me. Right thinking's way of life, through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. So you see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. But you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to Maat, be true. This is the last page of the book, appendix 5. I got one more to share you. The actual last page. Where you at? We got question and answers. I ain't gonna take you through that. So I'm gonna just go right to the last page and exit with this one. Come on. Bam, right there. That should say it all right there. Okay? That's what the book ended. That's the last page of the book. We almost there. So let's go. All right, this is titled Summary of Maat Philosophy, appendix number 5. And on the left side, right here, I'm going to break down the Maat conduct. Okay, break it all down for you. Take it on one side and then direct you to the 42 confessions of Maat. These will tell you what numbers they are to break it down a little more intricate for you, okay? And this is one of my favorite pictures. And this is Ra traveling across the sun right now. When he's up in the sky, he rolled with two things. Ra don't leave home without. If you're a gangster, you don't leave home without your pistol. If you rock, you don't leave home without Maat and Tahuti, okay? Your justice, your righteousness, and your right thinking. That's who you take with you. And that's who I travel with in the daytime. At night, he called the rest of his boys to deal with the prophets in the underworld. I love that story. All right, but let's wrap this up. The Commission path of Maat. Our ancients lived this. Just as much as y'all Christians lived Christianity, we lived Maat. Same thing. But we lived in harmony. Peace. Can y'all say that? Moving on. So let's start with the 42 confessions and the wisdom text of Maat. That's what it was all about for them. They knew it, they professed it. Let's start with the first one is truth. If you don't have truth, waste your time. Let's start with that one. Truth is what? Maat is what we call right action. In order for that to be there, you have to have an understanding the nature of what? God, the divine. Right from wrong. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. That's Maat. Okay? We learn that as kids, as children, as well as what? Knowing reality from unreality. You know when you're dreaming. You know when you woke. Come on now. These are things that was instituted and they lived by it, practiced it, and it became second nature. Next one, let's talk about, this ain't my favorite, nonviolence. I come up from a place where fighting was essential, only way to survive. So I can't give in to nonviolent. I would like to be nonviolent, but if it gets there, we can take it there. But let's go with the concept. Nonviolence, this is a philosophy, again, of our ancient Imhotep, the builder of the pyramids, okay? His philosophy was nonviolence. And guess who else was? Akhenaten. So they call him heretic pharaoh. He took it down to one guy. He took all the guys out. They thought he was crazy, but he was down with peace, nonviolence. He lost his kingdom because of nonviolence philosophy that didn't work for him, his people at that time. Then you got Ptah, Hotep, and you got other Commission sages approaching life, what? In peace. In peace. Hands up, peace. Bow down, acquiesce. Hands up this way is adoration. Okay, that's an astonishment that they call you. But hands up like this, I mean, I'm in peace. Like I'm surrender. Okay, whatever. But that's the concept. Nonviolence. I'm not with the nonviolence. Why? Because if you slap my face, it's going down. That's why. I come from, that's all I know. I don't know how to react no other way. I don't know. I don't subscribe to that concept. I'm gonna keep letting you know that. But that's where I come from. And the sages approach life in peace. And Hotep. That means you perform actions in peace and contentment. You're doing it for the right reason. If somebody needs my assistance, I'm gonna help them out. If somebody is in need of something that I have, I'm make sure they got it. That's just common courtesy. That's what we fought as a people. We so far away from doing that. Remember coming to the neighbor for a cup of sugar? Remember them days? Man, moving on. Change ain't always good. And I'm old school when it comes to certain change. Well, I'm not changing how I view it and my philosophy and my principles I stand on as a person. I'm not changing them. I don't give a damn what you say. Sorry. Right action. What's that? Maintaining self-control, AKA, I call it you're cool. If I can keep my anger and my whatever's going on at the time under control, I won't react. At one time, I didn't want to control it. I wanted to react. I was looking for a reason to react. Not right thinking. Okay, I'll be first to tell you that. Watch this. Now, right action, self-control means what? Living in accordance with the teachings of Maat and exercising what? Integrity and honesty. I wasn't doing that. No, definitely doing that. Okay? So, you have to make a change. I did that, and my mother-in-law asked me, we talked for 3 hours yesterday. She said, well, let me ask you a question. When did you realize, because she said, you got that thing, boy, you got, we just gonna go off. But she asked me, I said, that's a good question, but I had to look up, I said, I remember buying that poster, or the 42 Confessions of Maat. I had to get the poster. And now I want to live up to the poster. I've done that. Did that a long time ago. So that's what happened. When I got those 42 Confessions of Maat embedded in me, made it a way of my life, I don't live no other way. I live Maat. I'm down with Maat. Understand that. Why? Because what she gives you, the philosophy that lays out, is the best thing I can ever have. Personally, for me, y'all can take religion all you want. I take Maat. Moving on. Why? I can manifest. I've been doing that. Moving on. They did it. Our ancient ancestors did it for thousands of years. I've got 20, 30 years. I think I'm doing something. It ain't close. But I know I'm living right. I'm doing good things. I'm helping other people to do the same. That's what I'm here for. That's it. Moving on. I got no other agenda. Right speech. I'm doing right now. Speaking from the heart. Makaru. Speaking truth and refraining from anger of speech. I catch myself. I get a little passion. I get angry. I tell you, when I'm ranting, that's when I'm controlling the anger speech, but I'm still in rant mode. So I'm trying to put it in where it's least coherent, but somebody can understand the rant. I ain't just blatantly coming here acting like the damn fool. But no, I try to call it intelligent rant. But everybody put perspective to what they do. That's all. If it's working for you, by all means. Moving on. Right worship. This is one of my favorites. Because my dude asked me, if you ain't religious, you don't find religion, You go to church everywhere. I said, wait a minute, right there. I go to church to fellowship with Christian, good, like-minded people, believing in God. How they live it, that ain't got none of my concern. When I'm with them on Sunday, we're all on the same accord. When I go to church, I'm a Christian. When in Rome, do as the Romans. When in church, do as the Christians. That's all. I ain't got a problem doing that. Okay? But the fact that I have understanding of me, who I am, I could fellowship and worship, meaning correct practice of whatever religion that you profess now, but it's including what? Daily devotional practice. Do you do that? Chanting, meditations, donating to what? The temple. I tell you, when I go to church, I can't go to church without church money. I need money to put in the tip to help the church. Simple. It says right there, that's correct. That's correct worship. I'm going with like-minded people who have a philosophy that differs from mine, but they got the same common goal. What? To get God and earn blessings and live righteous life. I got no problem with that at all. So, yeah, when I go to church, I'm a Christian. I got no problem with that. Now, selfless service. Another one of my favorites. Why? I'm doing it right now. What I'm doing everything in my yacht concept. Equilibrium, balance. I'm trying to keep everything up front, personal, and on point, and most of all, truthful, honest. I ain't sitting here trying to snow you, trying to BS you. No, I'm giving you a philosophy. All you got to do is give it to you. You can do what you want with it. So I ain't got to do a whole bunch of extra nonsense. The fact that I'm professing it because I'm living it, that's my thing. Right service. Selfless service. Service to what? Humanity. I don't know who is getting my information. I'm just putting it out there for those who looking for it. You know where I'm at? You know what I do? That's all. I'm good with that. So this class, every day, I'm here doing my job. You want to stop by? Appreciate it. Thank you. But that's my point. But my service is to humanity. And it includes taking care of what? The homeless. I want the streets, help them out. The clothes, I give my old clothes, give it to somebody who can use them. The hungry, and I feed the needy. Every year I cook out for my dude over in Patterson when he's going to do his annual cookout. That's what I do. That's correct worship, and it's a selfless service. I don't ask for a dime. My church, I'm the real master. I don't ask for nothing. I enjoy doing it. I appreciate people who appreciate what I do for them. That's good enough for me. That's it, right there. If you do things for monetary gains, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Simple as that. I keep telling you that, but you own it, man. I'm tired of having that nonsensical argument. Okay, goodness and righteousness and divinity is priceless. You can't buy that. I don't put a price on what I do for people. Moving on. Balance of mind. Ding, 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 ding. My mother-in-law loves that. That means you ring the bell. That means you hit the jackpot in a concept that I feel the same way you do about. I get you the ding, 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 ding. You got it. Eureka. But balance of mind, sorry. It means right reasoning. And you ready? Right thinking. This is my favorite. I couldn't wait to get here. But it puts me right there. Now you listen to the definition and you let me know if this is not what I do. Simple as that. Let me put the onus on you now. Let me see if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Right thinking is keeping the mind in balance. So as not to what? Lose the faculty or your rational cognition. Meaning I'm thinking right all the time. I don't want to fall off. I don't want to make mistakes. No, I want to keep my focus, keep my wit. And what happens? This involves what? A close attention and being what? Mindfulness. I just told you, I don't want to lack. I hate when I make a mistake. I hate when I mess up. I take it personally. Yeah, I should, because I'm the one who did it. I take responsibility for my efforts as much as I do my good. Simple as that. But I know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. Okay. But now, being mindful is to what? Control. And now you're able to prevent and even eradicate what? You ready? The egoistic tendencies. Ding, 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 ding. Again, if you can't control your ego, it's a no-go for you until you make that happen for yourself. Why? Because he's going to control you. Simple as that. You got to get control of him. He's the beast. He's the beast. Okay? But that's something you got to take control of. And of your mind. Why? Because negative thoughts, idle mind, and if you are what? Arrogant, conceited, self-importance, greed, etc. All those are egoistic tendencies, aka sex. That's the low nature within you. That's the ignorance of yourself. What? Not knowing God. Remember, ego is the acronym for edging God out. If you're ego-driven, you're not godly. Sorry, but I want to make that real clear. Stop misunderstanding God. No. Ego ain't God. The ego think it is. And if you believe in that ego, then you believe in yourself. Then that's not God. Your higher self, when you realize that, become conscious, that's how right thinking can get you there. And watch this. Now, what you do is not stealing. When you hold yourself accountable, I detest a thief. I can't stand somebody who steals. If you lie, if you steal, you're a lie cheat. So that's a quality that if that's in you, you go sticky finger, you want them, nobody seeing I can, can't stand them kind of people. You're larcenous. You want something for nothing. Now, stealing is a social disruptive practice. Yeah, if we're raised not to touch stuff that don't belong to you, where does stealing fall? That's a personal thing. Okay, simple as that. Why? And in practice, it's the social disruptive practice, which what denotes the degraded level of consciousness of human beings. Of human consciousness. And it reinforces what? The ignorance of what? Worldly desires, wanting something on the low, wanting something, not doing nothing for it. Stealing, that's stealing. I ain't going there. Just like the Greeks took all our information and transformed it and called it theirs. That's stealing at the highest level. So when you have worldly desires for everybody, to know you and your pleasures seeking as well as greed, that's what you are, a thief. And Jesus Christ said, beware the thieves that come to rob you of what? Your true treasures, your honesty, your integrity, all this stuff that's good and wholesome. They want to rob you of that. Why? Make you like them. A thief. Moving on. This is another one. Y'all ready for this one? Sexual sublimation. Fellas, women too. But see, a lot of women, they gonna be nuns. That's the vow of chastisement. They're not gonna have sex, okay? They're gonna be nuns. They're not gonna get none. They're gonna give none. Ain't gonna do none. That means it should cover sexual pleasures, masturbation. Did you know that? Celibacy, I mean, not just having sex. No. Sexual sublimation means you're not going to masturbate. You're not going to have orgasm of pleasures from your body. Man, don't fret it. This is another concept that y'all can't even envision. Y'all just want to y'all come out the womb when the rock and roll. Sex sublimation. Sexuality is one of the primal forces of nature which must be controlled. Hear me again. Sexuality is one of the primal forces of nature. It's natural. But what? It must be controlled like the ego. Sexual sublimation is putting the ego in control. Why? Because the ego wants to have sex. It don't care who it have it with, male, female, or animal. Some of y'all still doing it. For the pleasure. That's all it is. It don't amount to much. But let me show you the difference. Now, with sexual sublimation, why is nobody wants to practice it, but what's the benefits of it? Nobody told you about them. It must be controlled in order to allow what? Your true personality to be discovered and your higher perspectives of life. It ain't all about this. That's for reproduction purposes. We done took that way wrong. Now, men, we know every 28 days women have a menstrual cycle. Either ovulate. And I heard folklore about you can have sex and you don't get pregnant during the time. Yeah, it's all folklore. Okay, simple as that. But the concept is, the truth is, when men control their semen, keeps it in them. Semen, sperm, whatever you call it, is the gift of life. When hitting that egg, it creates life. So that means it has the power to create, right? And if you waste it, by masturbating, sexual pleasures is just gratifying. That's all that is. But guess what? What you're releasing is taking life off your life, taking years off your life. Why? If it generate life, to waste it, squander it, whatever you want to call it, because you got 12 months of purification. So that's the women, okay? But our purification is we keep our semen stored up. It generates. It turns into energy. It turns into knowledge. It turns into life. Again, long living, giving life, extending your life. Why? Because you keep the life-giving force inside of you. Makes a whole lot of sense. We don't even teach that. We so far from that. But personally, I practice it, and I know it works. Again, every individual has the right to experiment with themselves to find out what for themselves. That's all you gotta do. Be a young guinea pig. Now, before you can tell somebody what you did you do it? Yeah, okay, okay. But if you ain't did it, shut up. Moving on. I hate that. But sexual sublimation. When you put that little thing in check, you put that thing between your legs, lady, in check, where it ain't the end all be all, your life will be a whole lot different. Trust me. It ain't based on sexual pleasures no more. Have a spiritual orgasm. Have a mental orgasm. It ain't always got to be physical. Well, how can I have that? Yeah, ain't been tuned in. Check me out. I got you. Last one, Maat offering. I'll show you the picture. This is what they offered up, okay, to God for Maat. That's the highest award you can have. And that's what they used it for. It says, by acting, not by talking, by acting with righteousness and attaining virtue by performing, and the supreme offering is made where? Through the Maat offering, in which you, the person making the offering, enters into what? A meditative state of awareness through what? Ritual, and you see him or herself as becoming what? One with Maat. I love becoming one with Maat. Dun, 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 dun. Balance, equanimity in oneself. That's when you know thyself. Why? You and Maat are also one. You have to live it, to be it, and know it. That's what I do. That's what I try to get you to understand it. You can do it too. And before I go, I'm going to take you to the next Maat principles of ethic conduct. Try to sneak this in. Get out here, take all your time, but I want to get something in to make a point right quick for the 42 confessions of Maat. All right, here we go. Right quick. It says here, Maat principle of ethical conduct. First one is truth. Numbers 1, 6, 7, 9, and 24 are all about truth. Let's see if that play out. First one, I have not done iniquity. Bam. 6, I have not defrauded offerings. Bam. 7, I have not acted deceitfully. Cool. Bam. 9, I have told no lies. There we go. Bam. Next one, 24. 24 states that I have not stopped my ears against the words of right and wrong, aka Maat. I'm always open for suggestions. I'm always obedient to what I believe and what I think I should be doing. That's holding yourself accountable. That's all. That's a perfect example. Number 2, how about this one? Okay, we're doing the left side. We're going to go through it. It's just a short abbreviation to get the concepts about the 42 confessions. I get that. Now this one is nonviolence. You got 2, 3, 5, 12, 25, 26, 28, 30, and 34, all about nonviolence. Let's check it out. Okay, 2, I have not robbed with violence. That's nonviolence. But did you rob? Well, I ain't going to leave this to the lesson. Number 3, I have not done violence to anyone or anything. Okay, that's, again, still nonviolence. Peace. 5 says, I have not murdered man or woman. Yeah, that's not violent. 12, excuse me. 12 says, I have attacked no one. See, when they breaking these things down, these are what you hold yourself accountable for. Everything that says what? I have. They say, I was told no, I have not done these things. And if you want to do these things, that's how you can know what they are. Now, 25 says, I have not stirred up strife, disturbance. I have not caused terror. I have not struck fear in any man. Okay, nonviolence. Again, I come in peace. 26 says, I have not caused anyone to weep. Okay, that's cool. 28 says, I have not avenged myself. I got a problem with that one, but that's 28. 30, I have not acted insolently or with violence. So far. 34. 34 says, I have not done harm or evil. Pretty much. That's the nonviolent thought process, and all those is in the 42 confessions in Maat. And to hold yourself accountable, you have to practice those concepts of nonviolence and be able to say, I have not. So I'm on point so far. Now let's get to right speech. Right speech is number 11, 17, 23, 33, 35, and 37. This is dealing with right speech. We call it Maat, speaking the truth from the heart. Let's see what they say. Number 11. Dun, 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 dun. I have not uttered evil words. So I can talk about numbnuts, Captain Chaos, to sullen or sulk or become depressed. I'm not going to let that scenario depress me, but I don't like it, so I just had to buckle up and knuckle up and do like I teach. No, excuse me, wait a minute, whoa, my bad. Right action, was next after nonviolence. Okay, right action, self-control, living in accordance with the teachings of Maat. Sorry about that. And then we got 15, 20, 22, 36. Let's see what they say. This is right action, starting with 15. 15 states, I have not laid waste to the plowed lands. Now that's something that I had to change in my personal activity. I ain't waste my time dealing with something that ain't going nowhere, casting my pearls at swine. I'm not going to argue with ignorant people. That's what I took it for. Okay, that's just my philosophy. I took it that way. Since I got no plows, no land to plow, I made it symbolically mean something to me. I practiced that. Number 20. 20 says, I have not committed any sins against my own purity. I'm down with 19. Let me get that one in. See if anybody said anything about 19. See, okay, yeah, we in there. Okay, I just want to make sure. Now, where we at? 20. 20 says, I have not committed any sin against my purity. When I went on my sabbatical, couldn't touch myself. Hammer, can't touch this. Why? It's sacred. And I manifested to myself. So I love the idea. Okay, I get it. A lot of people ain't going for that. All right, 22. What does it say? 22. I have not done that which is an abominable. If it's wrong, I ain't doing it. Simple as that. Simple why I just ain't gonna do it. Moving on. I ain't gonna have that argument. No, don't give me a whole bunch of scenarios where I can just get weak or give in. I'm not doing it if it's wrong. Simple. I'm conscious of that. I'm not going to do that. Moving on. Did that. 36. What he say? I have never defiled the water. I mean, I don't pee in the Nile. But since I don't have a Nile, I don't, defile anything that I deal with anybody. I try to keep it on the up and up. I don't poison the relationship, okay? If we got a friendship and it went awry, it ain't because I did something. That's what I mean. That's how I looked at that, okay? All my friendships broke up because of what somebody did. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's on you. I ain't got a problem cutting you loose. When you mistreat me, disrespect me, I just leave you alone. Moving on. I ain't got time for that. Now, let's talk about right speech. I got to speed up a little bit. I see the clock. Now, for right speech, 11, 17, 23, 33, 35, and 37. Okay, let's start with 11. 11 tells you, I have not uttered evil words. Everybody said that. Oh, no, I started back over again. That's 11, speech. Until I talk about Captain Chaos. Not evil, just the truth. 17. 17 says, I have not spoken against anyone. I'm always going to speak against evil. So, yeah, okay, understand. Still right speech. Okay, like I say, the truth. I don't fabricate nothing. I don't blow it up. I keep it the way it is. 23. Keep it moving. I have not uttered fiery words. I try to reframe. I have not been a man or woman of anger. That's when you see me trying to put it down. Because, yeah, if I got emotion, make my passion take over, I would be a braven idiot. A lot of people just going batshit nonsense. But, no, I got to maintain my decorum and my integrity. So, let's go. 33, what does it say? 33 says, I have not multiplied my speech over much, talk too much. Try to keep it to a minimum. And I ain't trying to make myself bigger. No, I ain't got time for that nonsense. I'm just trying to teach a philosophy. That's it. Now, 35. 35 says, I have not worked treason or course of the king, and courses of the king. Different from that. I'm not with the government. I'm anti-government. Understand that. Not recognize this guy, Captain Chaos. 37. 37 says, I have not spoken scornfully. I can't own up to that when it comes to this guy. I'm going to speak. It's going to be scornful, but it's going to be the truth. And every now and then I get my personal feeling on it, but it's still the truth. Now, let's go to right worship right quick. Right worship is knowing where, who, and how, what worship is all about. I can fellowship with a Christian, Muslim, or Jew. Simple. That's right worship. 13, 21, 32, 38, and 42. Let's see what it says. Starting with 13. 13 says, I have not slaughtered the cattle that are set apart for the gods, a.k.a. that has sacred bull, the Abel's bull, another story. But okay, I haven't done that, so I don't have to worry about that. 21. 21 says, I have not violated sacred times and seasons. I ain't big on celebrating all these holidays I got, so I don't get involved in that. I just don't speak against. I don't celebrate Christmas, ain't none of that stuff. But I got the concept. I understand. Now, where we at? Right worship. 32. 32, 38, 42. 32 is, I have not transgressed, have angered God. If it's wrong, I'm not doing it. Why? I don't want to piss God off. Simple. That's why. That's a good enough reason. Moving on. Should be. 38. 38 says, I have not cursed the God. Never do that. 42, last one. I have never thought evil or blasphemous or slighted the gods in my native town. I agree 100%. I know God. I ain't got to worry about slighting and talk bad about it. Last one, no, two more. Selfish service, ain't but one for that. 29, it says, my favorite. I have not worked grief. I have not I have not abused anyone. That's my favorite. Selfish service, you help. Balanced mind and right thinking, classic. 14, 16, 18, 31, and 39. Let's see what it says. 14 first. 14 says, I have not eaten my heart, overcome with anguish and distraught. I'm not getting overconfident in my heart, not breaking my heart because of the situation. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm not speaking against myself. Right, 16. 16 says, I have not been an eavesdropper or pried into matters to make mischief. I'm not a gossiper. I'm not a phone hustler. I ain't got time to get in everybody else's business. I got my own, so I'm personal when it comes to that. Yeah. 18. 18 says, I have not allowed myself to become angry without cause. Simple. I'm going to not allow myself to get angry with probable cause. A lot of times I don't allow it, so I got control over that aspect of my character. Again, 31 says, I have not judged hastily. I'm not here to judge nobody. Moving on. Okay, 39, wrapping it up. We're almost home. Stay with me. I have not behaved with arrogance. Couldn't say that. Total. Okay, that's ego. Okay, where we at now? Not stealing. 4, 8, 10, and 41. See what it says. 4, I have not committed theft. Okay, gotcha. 8, I have not robbed things that belong to God. Gotcha. 10, I have not snatched away food. Good. 41. That's a long one. I remember that one. I have never magnified my condition beyond what was fitting or increased my wealth, bragging about myself. Not just all about that, except with what? Such things that are justly mine own possessions by means of what? My yacht. I practice. I have not disputed over possessions. If we together, we break up, I'm not going to be asking for, I hate people. That's just, I can't do that. I don't practice that philosophy. Don't do it. Whatever you got. When I walk away, man, I'm done. Simple as that. Moving on. We wrap this up. Sexual sublimation. This is my favorite. But then it changed. They changed. And just leave it at that. Ain't but 2. Wrapping it up. 19. 19 says, I have not committed adultery. Men, if you're married or in a monogamous relationship, that's what it means. Monogamous means you ain't commit adultery. Side chick. Pleasures or whatever the flesh. Don't make a difference. Simply, I have not done that. I have not had homosexuality either. That means having sex with the same sex. They keep it in there, but the new one took that out. It just said, I have not committed abomination or something to that nature. But then you got 27. And it says, I have not lusted or committed fornication, nor have I lain with others of the same sex. They changed it. This is the original. That's what it means. Straight out, I haven't had lesbian sex as a female or gay homosexual activity as a male. That's been documented 5,000 years ago. Homosexual activity's never been good. Now they got rights. They got a way. Stop. I see too much of your time. Stop with that. And wrapping it up with the numbers within the parentheses represented the specific injunctions of the 42 precepts of Maat that related to the particular principle being expressed. Try to break it down for you, simplify it for you. Hope you understood it. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I did. I enjoyed giving it whenever it's Maat. I enjoy going through them little trials and give you information about that. Now, all you got to do is put them to use. I did. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, may all you my right thing live to be 100 feet. I take 100 miles a day. So I never knew that my right thing is to pass away. But you know the deal. My yacht philosophy followers, we don't die. You know why.